A heated exchange on the House floor as Texas representatives lose their cool over a large protest against Senate Bill 4. Now, we'll get to the details of the protest in just a minute. But first, these words were exchanged after Republican Representative Matt Rinaldi from Irving told a group of Hispanic legislators that he called ICE on the protesters. Another lawmaker says Rinaldi even made a violent threat.
My brother Juancho and Representative Rinaldi, there was a threat made from Representative Rinaldi to put a bullet in one of my colleagues' head.
No, I didn't say that.
You did not say that?
No.
Did you say anything like that?
Pancho did threaten me that.
Later, Rinaldi put out a statement on Facebook saying, in part, I made it clear that if he attempted to, in his words, get me, I would shoot him in self-defense. Now, many representatives say Rinaldi's actions are a direct example of the racial profiling that they feared would happen once SB 4 passed into law. And that was not the only drama at the Capitol today. That was all sparked by a massive protest by people opposed to Senate Bill 4, which bans sanctuary cities in Texas and allows local police to ask someone about their immigration status when lawfully detained. Phil Anaya is live with more on this. Phil?
Yeah, Jeff, some are estimating there were more than 1,000 protesters that showed up to the Capitol. At the very least, it's safe to say hundreds of people. That included dozens from right here in San Antonio. Now, we caught up with a busload of protesters as they made their way back to the Alamo City this afternoon.
Here to stay and other chants were heard loud throughout the Capitol on the last day of the legislative session, protesting a bill that not only passed but was already signed by the governor.
Texans expect us to keep them safe, and that is exactly what we are going to do by me signing this law.
Still, that has not stopped people from pushing back. A bus of about 46 people left San Antonio early Monday morning, a coalition of different activist groups fighting back against a law they say is discriminatory.
It's great to see this kind of unity, and this is the kind of unity that we need. So these people can understand that we're going to stand and fight against it.
And those voices were loud enough to trigger frustration among two lawmakers that led to this confrontation on the House floor.
When I saw the video of what happened today, I was like, wow, they're already losing their heads and we're just starting.
You think this fight is far from over?
Yes, it is.
Of course, not all Texans feel that way. Weston Martinez, who's known among Texas conservatives, says SB 4 is misunderstood.
It's only to protect the citizens here in the United States. And ironically, SB 4, that's its intent. Its intent is to actually just have the laws followed out.
SB 4 protesters say they're hoping that it will face legal challenges. They're also asking city councils across Texas to fight SB 4 through litigation. Phil Anaya, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.